Hello everyone, I'm Sidhvita, a member of Krino Forensics, and in this video, we are starting module 1. So, in this module, we are going to talk about something very important, forensics as a legal safeguard. Now, many times we study forensic science only as a technical subject, right? But today, I want you to look at forensic science from a legal and constitutional perspective. So, let's start slowly and understand this concept step by step. Before jumping into main topic, let me share what we will be covering under this module. First, we will understand forensic investigation as a procedural safeguard. Then we will talk about what procedural safeguards actually mean in criminal law. After that, we will see why forensic investigation is essential for fair investigation. Then we will compare the legal position under CRPC and the new BNSS. And finally, we will discuss the recent reforms related to mandatory forensic examination. So keep these points in mind as we move ahead. Now, let me ask a simple question. What do you mean when we say a procedural safeguard? Procedural safeguards are basically protections given by law to ensure that no one is treated unfairly during investigation or trial. They exist to prevent wrongful arrest, false implication, and abuse of power by authorities. Now, where does forensic science come into this? Forensic investigation means applying science to investigation, collecting evidence scientifically, preserving it properly, and analyzing it objectively. So, when science becomes part of investigation, personal bias reduces. That's why forensic investigation itself becomes a procedural safeguard. So, basically, forensic science acts like a neutral referee in criminal justice system. It doesn't take sides, it only speaks through evidence. Now, let's simplify what is forensic investigation and procedural safeguard. A procedural safeguard protects a person's legal rights. A forensic investigation protects a person from false or biased investigation. When both come together, they ensure that justice is based on facts, not force. That's why modern criminal justice systems rely more on scientific evidence on the confessions or assumptions. Now, let's understand this practically. Forensic science brings objectivity into investigation. It limits arbitrary police practices. It reduces overdependence on eyewitnesses. It protects innocent people from being falsely accused. Think about it. A confession can be forced, a witness can lie, but scientific evidence has to be proved and verified. That's why forensic evidence strengthens the fairness of investigation. So, what exactly does forensic science ensure? First, it ensures accuracy, impartiality, transparency, accountability. Every forensic report can be questioned, re examined, and cross checked in court. This makes the entire system more trustworthy. Now, this point is extremely important. A fair investigation is a part of right to life and personal liberty under Article 21. The Supreme Court has clearly stated that if an investigation is biased or unfair, the entire trial becomes meaningless. Forensic investigation helps to ensure that evidence is collected properly, facts are established scientifically, and justice is not influenced by power or pressure. So, forensic science directly supports the idea of fair trial. Now, let me put this very simply why forensic investigation is important. Without forensic investigations, cases become weak, evidence becomes questionable, and court loses confidence. Forensic science protects the victim by strengthening the evidence and the accused by preventing false implication. That's why it is essential, not optional. Now let's talk about legal framework. Under the old CRPC, forensic investigation was not mandatory. It depended on whether the investigating officer wanted to use forensic methods or not. Because of this, many cases suffered due to delay, non collection of evidences, and poor documentation. Now, this is where the BNSS 2023 become important. It has given statutory importance of forensic science. It makes forensic examination mandatory in serious offenses, especially those punishable with 7 years or more. So, under CRPC, forensic was optional, limited, and inconsistent. But under BNSS, forensic science is integrated, mandatory, and legally supported. Experts' reports can now be admitted without unnecessary delays. This shift clearly shows that India is moving towards a science based justice system. Now, coming to mandatory forensic examination, police are now required to visit crime scene with forensic experts, collect evidence scientifically, and document everything properly. This reduces chance of evidence tampering, false confessions, and investigating loopholes. The main objective is very clear: to ensure better investigation, higher conviction rates, and protection of innocent persons. This reform strengthens procedural safeguards and aligns our system with international standards. So, to conclude this module, forensic science is no longer just a laboratory tool. It is a legal safeguard, a constitutional support, and a pillar of fair justice. With this, we come to the end of the module 1. Thank you for listening. I hope this video helped you to understand the legal importance of forensic science. In case if you have any doubts or want us to explain any forensic topics, please comment below so we will cover them in future forensic videos. And the presentation document will be shared on our social media channels. You can access it directly from there. Stay tuned to learn with Krino Forensics to explore the world of forensic science. Thank you.